Plenty to cheer about tonight. We welcome you to Noche NBA here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys, tonight a celebration. So Greg, with the season winding down, a lot of what-ifs for the teams. What about players? Do they experience that as well?
You can't help but wonder what could have been if your team struggled, Kevin. Players are just like fans in that regard.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Williams is out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Edey in at the 5 spot.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Morant surveying the D. Drops it in from 11 feet.
Well, the defense is going to give Morant that shot. They're trying as hard as they can to defend the rim. That opens up the mid-range jumper.
Pass to Thompson. Now Washington. Here's Lively. It's deflected. And it's Memphis on the break. Here's Morant. Drains the jumper to finish the break.
Yeah, he's so confident on that pull-up now. That's why the defense can't afford to give him any space.
Outside Irving. Thompson, a screen on Bane. Irving for 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Morant outside. Pass to Jackson. Shoots over Washington. Goes back up. Jackson misses. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now, here is Irving. Softly drops in the floater. Irving's got 5 now.
And yet another circus shot from Kyrie. Not any of the shot-making ability of Irving.
Bane passes to Williams. Here's Edey. Lively defending. They get it again. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now here's Fresh. Guarded by Morant. Thompson outside from past the arc. Edey with the rebound. Stolen by Fresh. One-on-one here. Lively, no one around him. Off target from 3-point range. Memphis trailing here. The 3 from Morant. He can't get it to go. Pass to Fresh. Back to Thompson. Dallas moving the ball around. Now here's Fresh. Right now he averages nearly 23 points a game. A relentless offensive force. Morant kicks to Jackson. Good, and the nice assist from Morant.
Wow, Jackson Jr. lightning quick.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. What a rise for Taylor Jenkins, working his way stand from the G League, assistant there to NBA assistant, and now to NBA head coach. Wow.
Wow is right, Kevin. And Taylor Jenkins, one of the best coaches in the NBA. This is a guy who just kept grinding and learning. I think sometimes coaches get too concerned about when they're going to get their opportunity. Taylor Jenkins was always concerned about being ready when his opportunity came.
I think you and I are alike. We root for the grinders, don't we? The guys that have really worked to climb that ladder.
I certainly do, Kevin.
Smarts checked in for Vince Williams. So a moment now to see the story for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Thompson with the bucket.
And this is Thompson's calling card, an exceptional shooter from downtown.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Outside Jackson. And Morant closes it down.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey guys, Fresh in the last game against the Bucks was a man on a mission. He added 29 points, and as we've come to expect, he filled it up from three-point range whenever he could. He was pretty much big everywhere, doing a little bit of everything. He had a strong all-around game. Is a repeat performance in the cards? See, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Up top, Morant. He's covered by Fresh. Outside Jackson for the three. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
A strong three-point shooter. Jackson Jr. responds.
Pass to Thompson. To the paint. Wants to get it to Smart and does. It's Morant in the corner. And here's Jackson. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Now a moment to see the numbers for Ja Morant. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. Averaging about 23 points per, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. But to have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Pass to Fresh. Jacks up a 3. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Fresh has got 5.
How about that decision by Kyrie? That's why you want the ball in his hands.
Here's Morant. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Irving passes to Fresh. For the screen on Morant. Fresh on another 3 for Dallas.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Morant left side. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Here's Irving. And Desmond Bane pulls it down.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
They set the screen. Shoots from the high post. Marshall brings the double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Here's Aldama. Hasn't made one yet. 4 on the shot clock. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And now a 3-point Grizzly lead.
Somebody came to play tonight. 6 out of his first 7.
Outside Irving. No good from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
3-second difference between shot clock and game. For Dallas, they've gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Pass to Fresh. Lets the 3 fly. Doesn't go for him. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Memphis Grizzlies. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And we'll be back with you shortly. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Santi Aldama is out there with Jackson. Then there's Smart. Then it's Pippen. And it's Wells in at the 3 spot.
Well, Smart is a relentless competitor whose impact always goes beyond the box score. The league could always use more players like him.
Fresh with the ball. We saw him with 29 points last game. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Washington. And here's Doncic from the arc. Grizzlies with the rebound. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Well, they were on the wrong side of a very close matchup last time they met, but what a great game.
Screen by Gafford. Fresh can't get it to go.
Another rebound hauled in, and they're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Outside Pippen. Pass to Aldama. Here's Smart. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Well, we saw it in Boston, and we're seeing it in Memphis. Marcus Smart is a key piece in any lineup, Stan.
Yeah, look, you can just plug Marcus Smart in, especially to your defense, multiple times on the all-defensive team, and he became so much better being able to run an offense, direct traffic, keep a team together.
And if he can just stay healthy, that will be maybe the missing part of his career.
Yeah, and that's the challenge right now.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, with the Grizzlies' injuries last season, there was a lot put on Jaren Jackson Jr.'s plate. Coach Taylor Jenkins says he loves the challenge and the growth opportunity. Jackson said, you always work on everything. You work on your game because you love it. And if you get a chance to use it, great. Kevin, back to you.
And he's always working on his game. All right, David, we thank you for that report. And the Grizzlies, they come in off a loss to Oklahoma City.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
Pass to Doncic. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Outside, Smart. Stolen by Fresh. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Now here's Exum. He's guarded by Williams. Exum passes to Doncic. Pass to Fresh. 6 to shoot. Three-pointer. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip. 5 for 10.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Pippen, the pass to Aldama. A three-pointer is right on target. Aldama's got 5.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Pass to Smart. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Comes up empty down low. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. Only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Here's Fresh. Out to Doncic. Now here's Fresh. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And here's Washington outside. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Mavericks trail by 6. Fresh, the pass to Doncic. Pass to Fresh. Lets it go from deep. And again for 3.
His shooting has been something that we rarely see, and he's sustained it all year long.
Well, it's been an incredible journey for him as he moves closer and closer to second on the all-time three-point leaderboard.
And he's already surpassed Curry's mark from 2019. Next up is James Harden's total from that season of 378.
Thompson, he's checked in for Dallas. Irving comes in for Luka Doncic. Memphis also making some changes. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Jackson. Bane comes in for Marcus Smart. And it's Morant in for Pippen.
Well, obviously, Bane has the range for this shot. He's not put off by shooting from the corner.
Thompson finds Washington. Now Fresh. 17 points in the game. Launches a 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And we all know Ja's capability to fill it up, and he is showing it here tonight.
Fresh, the pass to Irving. Pass to Lively. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D is Chelsea.
To the middle, here's Clark. And Lively pulls it down.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Thompson passes to Fresh. Fires it up. And another basket for Dallas.
This is shaping up to be a special night for him. Started out well and is only turning it up here in quarter 2.
Williams dishes to Morant. To the inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a fixture of Mavericks games for years. Team governor, Mark Cuban.
And since buying the team in the late 90s, Cuban has really changed how we view running a team. Very involved, bringing the Mavs their first title back in 2011. Cuban's the most passionate fan in this arena. He lives with each trip down the floor.
Edey's checked in for Clark.
Checking in for the Grizzlies, number 14, Zach Edey.
1:16 left in the first half. And here's Fresh. 22 points for him. And he's good on the 3-ball. Fresh has got 25 points in the game. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Here's Jackson. Pass to Edey. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Jackson passes to Morant. Just 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Outside for Jackson. Here's Edey. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Mavericks leading. Now here's Fresh. 25 points in the game. Pass to Gafford. Inside. It's tipped. Outside Williams. Outside for Jackson. Here's Morant. Drops in the layup for 2. Morant's got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
It's a tie game in Dallas. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
39. Fans, please direct your attention to center court.
Hello, everybody. So far,
I like how they've been eating the glass. Figuratively, no one should eat glass.
just barbecued chicken.
This is...
And now, as the regular season marches on, here's how things look in the West as we near the final stretch. Thank you for being with us. Now...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been a clinic out there by Fresh.
Yeah, and the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Irving on the wing along with Thompson. Washington and Lively hold down the post for him. And it's Fresh in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
Pass to Thompson. Lively with it. Here's Fresh. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for Memphis. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. Here's Edey. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Edey's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Grizzlies. Pass to Irving. There's a screen by Washington. Irving can't get it to go.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Thompson left side. In the corner, Irving with it. With the floater. Williams with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Here's Morant. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Some guards are absolutely fearless working inside, and Morant very high on that list.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does, and it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. Dallas again missing.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Pass to Edey. And there it is for him. Edey's got 4 this quarter.
Can't be that easy for him. Gotta body him up down low.
Yeah, they can't let him even get into that space. If he gets good position on the block, it's trouble.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Pass to Lively. Thompson for 3. Thompson with the 3.
Yeah, and they're able to get their first bucket of the second half after 4 straight misses.
Outside Williams. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Jackson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bane.
Well, when a 3 goes in on the other end, Bane really wants to answer with his own triple.
Fresh, the pass to Thompson. come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Pass to Edey. And the layup's good off the glass. Edey's got the lead up to 11 now for the Grizzlies.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Now Fresh. He's got 25. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last several months for him.
And he's been on the upswing offensively these past few months. And you know how much they love getting all those extra points out of him. He's been carrying a much bigger load lately, and I think he'll just continue to get better.
Marshall, he's checked in for Derek Lively. The Grizzlies also making a change. Smart's checked in. Mavericks trail by 11. Going inside. Fresh lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Fresh has got 27.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Pass to Bane. Morant with it. Fires for three. Here's Edey. Rebounded by Gafford. Mavericks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here.
Excellent at dishing the rock. Luka with the nice feed.
And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Outside, Bane. Outside, Jackson. Down low. Here's Morant. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. 25 points for Ja Morant. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. And here is Doncic. Nothing on the board. Lets it go with a 3. Doncic knocks in the 3.
And it's so hard to take away the 3 from Doncic. He needs very little space, and if you press up on him, he'll go right around.
Back to Morant. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. Dinwiddie's checked in for Dallas. And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Smart in the backcourt. To his side is Bane. Santi Aldama is out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Williams at the small forward.
Yeah, Bane is dangerous from three-point land. The defense has to chase him off that line.
For the screen on Smart. Irving up top, looking to get back on track here, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Pass to Aldama. Clock at 6. Irving against Smart. Clark for 3. And the rejection by Gafford. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Fresh, the pass to Irving. Now Washington on the wing. Thompson. Back to Washington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts one up from 19. And it's Irving missing.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Yep, that one goes in there. Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups, and we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Back to Aldama. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Smart, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
Yeah, some offensive diversification for Smart there. Not his usual kind of shot.
Fresh, the pass to Irving. Lively with it. Pass to Thompson. And here's Fresh. Lively with the screen. And the 3 off target.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
No good from Clark.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
And the Grizzlies leading by 14. Pass to Bane. It's deflected. Pass break, Dallas. Here's Fresh. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Now, Bane. Outside Williams. Back to Bane. Over Fresh. Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bane. Bane's got the lead up to 14 now for the Grizzlies. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
Pass to Aldama. Now Bane. Drills it from outside. Bane's got 10 points in the quarter.
You can't play lax defense on Bane because he's looking to shoot as soon as he catches it.
Now here's Fresh. Washington with the screen on Smart. Here's Fresh. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies schedule is shaping up. On Sunday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Monday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Phoenix Suns.
And for their matchup with Cleveland, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Williams looking around. Pass to Edey. Jackson with it. Here's Edey. Smart kicks to Jackson. Fires from deep. Thompson with the rebound.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
He dialed that one up from long distance. And that's now 37 points for Fresh.
Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc. And that's now his 2nd in this half.
Right side Smart. Back to Williams. On the wing, Williams. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Jackson. A 3 ball. Kept alive. And that one is hammered home. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Irving for 3. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Fresh picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. He knows every possession is critical now. Baines check in for Memphis. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. Now, he heaped praise on the defense. He said, the pressure's great. I love it. Keep making them make mistakes, guys. It's working. He thinks they're on the right track here. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, Morant just continuing to assert himself offensively.
Pass to Irving. Washington with a screen on Bane. Irving with it. Now defended by Bane. Now Fresh. And here is Washington. Thompson for the triple. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Bane's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Grizzlies.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooting.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
Yeah, and Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that's going to do it tonight.
Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Rest, recuperate, get ready for tomorrow.
Now in my team to boost your team's performance. 13 WNBA Pink Diamond Coach Cards are here, and you can pick one from an option pack after completing a WNBA-inspired challenge group.
Then stay tuned to NBA 2K My Team on social media for locker codes to pick up more coaches from that option pack.
Asia Wilson, Brianna Jones, Caitlin Clark, and a whole lot more can give your My Team significant advantage.
Make sure you add a WNBA coach to your team so you can be the best in My Team.
Today, we're joined by a very special guest who is holding it down in King of the Court in My Team, Ebands. Welcome to 2K TV.
Hey, I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you all?
We're doing well.
We're doing well. I'd rather be talking to you in an interview than seeing you on the court because I've been looking up some of your stats. You've been winning a lot. Not 1 week in a row, not 2 weeks in a row, not 3 weeks in a row, but you've won upward of 10 or more weeks in a row, dominating the King of the Court competition. So I have to ask, how are you doing this, and what's the game plan going into these matchups?
Yeah, it all starts like in the beginning of the year. All starts with repetition. I found some friends who were on like the same skill level, and we pretty much played each other like all day. Not even in like terms of just trying to get better, but just because we thought it was fun. We had fun playing each other, you know, talking trash to each other or whatnot. And like as that goes, you're playing like some of the best players in the world, like every day they're your friends. So then you go online, like you have ultimate confidence. You're like matching somebody online. Like because the King of the Court, you have to win by 30, really pretty much every game to win. So like you have confidence to beat a player by 30 when you're playing like some of the best players in the world.
Are there any specific player cards that helped carry the workload when you were winning?
Yeah, so right now, my lineup is the best it's ever been. Right now, it's Dark Matter, Magic Johnson at the point guard, Invincible Kevin Durant at the 2, Invincible Giannis at the 3, because I got lucky enough to pull him. Then I got 100 raw Shaq at the 4, and then Dark Matter Dikembe at the 5. But the 3 players that stood out to me throughout the year is Wemby. First of all, his pink diamond, his opal, he probably has like 15 rings alone. Secondly, Dr. J, his pink diamond, he was big for me in the beginning of the year. He had like 10 rings. Same with Michael Beasley, his pink diamond was big for me. And I currently have his Dark Matter off the bench now.
I like the mixture of cards. What upgrades or takeovers do you like to utilize, or badges, for example? Like, what are some of the things that really help you find success out there when utilizing these cards?
I figured this out like midway through the year when the 100 roll Michael Jordan came out. I debuted him in the King of the Court, and I put Blur. It's called Flash. The takeover is called Flash, but we call it Blur. And then he had takeover almost every game. As soon as you get takeover, if you run into your opponent's hip, it's an automatic blow by every time. So 5 out isn't as big this year, but for that King of the Court, I was 5 out in almost every game. And Michael Jordan's having like 40 every game. Yeah, that was like the biggest takeover that I used all year. I also used Satellite as well. I put that on my Kevin Durant. Because when you get takeover, you can shoot from half court, and who doesn't want to shoot from half court, you know? So.
What drives you to keep competing and keep winning?
Basically, I'm just a really competitive person. This all like started because I was playing professional basketball overseas, and I came back. In my rookie season got ended short due to an injury. I had to come back and get surgery. So I was in the house, nothing to do, with the boot on, and I was just really competitive, but I was just sitting there. I had nothing to do. So I picked up My Team, try to give it a shot, and then I started winning games last year, and then just transferred over to this year. And so I'm just really competitive, and I'll just like to keep winning. Yeah.
So do you take that experience from playing professional basketballs overseas, and how does that help you with your 2K game? Does that knowledge and some of that basketball IQ help transfer over to the game?
It really helps defensively in the beginning of the year. I'll hedge, I'll pinch, I'll show, just to see like what reads they make, because that's really what it is. That's what the main thing that playing in real life helps with 2K. It's just like reads and defense. Like if it's a high screen, go into the screen. If it's total line, go over top. Like things like that definitely transfers over.
You talked about how much time that you had after your injury. What drew you to My Team specifically?
Oh yeah, I really started playing My Team in like 2K13. Gold cards were like the best cards the whole year, pretty much. So I've been playing My Team for a long time. So getting back to seeing a mode that I was familiar with, and I've been playing it throughout the years, just really casual. I was eager to play it at a competitive level. I wanted to start streaming, and that's really what drove me to play like competitive.
How important are defensive cards? I know you like to use Robert Covington and players like Tyson Chandler. So using your